Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
Let's talk about our Waymo taxis, safer than New York City, Lyft, Uber, and taxi drivers. I'm gonna say there's a specific style of driving in New York City that is unique to New York City. And if you do not know how to drive in New York City, this fucking Waymo is going to screw everything up, because Waymos are trained to drive a specific way that is not going to be cohesive with the New York City traffic and how they drive.
There are no Waymos in New York City, are there?
Nope, they're outlawed right now.
Yeah. I would like to see, because first of all, Waymos, probably the easiest city to drive in the whole country, Chris, is LA. We're so laid out, wide open, 4-lane highways, 5-lane freeways, all this shit, nice and easy, smooth. Weather is good, everything is good, and they still fuck up plenty. So California, anyway. I would love to see one of these Waymos turn into a one-way road in New York.
Oh yeah, right.
You know
I mean,
what
you gotta. The thing is, they have to map every inch out before these even are deployed. So they have to literally drive every single road in New York City, and so they have to mark like the one-ways and stuff like that. Whether the Waymo decides to listen to it or not is a whole different story. But the reality is, I mean, look, if what you see on TV and you see like the taxi and the person walking and it's like, honk, get out of my way, that happens, but even more. Like, these are one of the rare circumstances that what you see on TV is actually not the same as real life, but only more. So like when you're trying to drive in traffic, if you're going over like the GWB going into the city, or if you're going, if you're just driving like through Manhattan or something, you got to keep up with the flow of traffic. You got to make sure you're getting over. You got to force yourself in. If you're on some of these 2-lane highways through going through like Bronx or something, you got to make sure you're getting in and going where you got to go. Because if you don't, you're going to cause an accident. You're going to be in an accident, and then everything is going to get screwed up behind it. So it's its own world when it comes to Long Island, like that part of Long Island, Queens, all in New York City, and then even parts of like Jersey around it. But it's a special kind of driving that you have. Waymo does not qualify to drive in New York City.
Yeah, well, Waymo is not qualified, I think, to drive in a lot of places. But actually, there is a study that just came out, and a new report argues Waymo taxis cause way more fatal crashes and injuries per mile driven than any other, for hire vehicles in New York City. And then Waymo said, first of all, you dumb shits need to, just like Uber's playbook, right? They said, hey, man, you need to compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. You're not comparing apples to apples, oranges. I'm like, I don't know what else to compare it to. Who am I going to compare Waymo to? You know what I mean? And they were against this study that came out because it showed that per mile driven, Waymos have a lot more fatal and injury crashes than humans do. And the whole selling point of an autonomous vehicle is what? Safety. It's safer than a human, isn't it? It's supposed to be anyway.
But the thing is, maybe if every single car was a Waymo, then sure, it would work. But you don't have every single car. You have a city of 8 million people, and then around the outskirts, going through Orange County and Long Island, New Jersey, you have millions of people that are going in and out of the city, daily, weekly, and everything. And there's a specific way of driving. You do not drive. Waymo does not drive like New York City. New York City is its own hustle and bustle. It's designed that way. People do it that way. They're used to it. to have something like this come in and completely upheave that is going to cause more accidents than not. You don't need a report to figure that out. You just need to use common sense. Like common sense ain't so common anymore. I get it, but in reality, it's like it ain't gonna work. So Waymo, you can pretend all you want, it ain't gonna work.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not against Waymos, obviously. So if I had a choice, if I was in LA, in Midtown, wherever they're at, geofence, would I take a Waymo to test it out? Yeah. New York City, no. I lived in New York City for about 11 years.
Oh yeah, so
going from Penn Station to Wall Street every day in a fucking cab. My God, in 11 years, I don't remember. I don't know how many times we got into crashes. I don't know how many times. Like plenty. Like nothing life-threatening.
Yeah, they're all fender benders and shit.
Yeah, those little dings here because they're like within like a half an inch, right, of each other and just kind of scrape each other and shit. I'm like, I forgot about all that stuff. But the researchers said the crashes, serious crashes in a Waymo are 1.5 times of the city's for-hire fleet, which is Uber, Lyft drivers, and cabs. That's high. I mean, on something that's the premise is it's a lot safer. It should be like the other way around. It should be human drivers should be 1.5 times more likely to get into serious crashes as opposed to Waymos. So maybe that's why your governor is not allowing these things in the city yet.
Well, see, here's the other, like you said, you're so close to each other on so many things, and when you're turning and doing things, you're not necessarily following the traffic laws per se. You're traveling to figure out to get from point A to point B, and that's literally all you're doing. But I mean, you look at like the Waymo, and they have all their sensors on that. That first off, that thing gets dinged in the rear quarter panel. What's it going to do? It's going to fucking sit there and stop. And now you're going to have half of that city block just completely blocked off. You're going to have massive backups. It is going to absolutely piss every single person off as well too, because not only is it the driving habits that are different, it's the mentality that's different. How many times did you say, oh, I pick up somebody at the airport with a 4.4 passenger rating, they're from the East, they're great. It's because people out East don't have to, we don't have the time to deal with that fucking bullshit. So you have something that's causing this. It is literally going to be hell on earth for all New York City to just turn on Waymo 100%.
I miss New York. That's all I can say. I love the pace. I love the hustle and the bustle. I just miss New York terribly. Like I haven't been to New York since the fucking pandemic. I think this fall, Chris, I think I'm showing up. So
nice. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it does. Again, it's common sense that Waymo will not work in New York City. It will not work in that part of this at all. It doesn't matter where you put it in New York City. I mean, you could put it in like the outskirts of Brooklyn, but you can't even do that. Let's be real.
Yeah. So. Levi says from Tip You in the App is here. Tesla FSD in New York City is not good. I'm not surprised. I feel like I'm breaking all the New York City rules. Levi, there are no rules in New York City.
Look, no. Hold on. There is driving laws, but there is driving etiquette. New York City has a specific etiquette. No, I'm talking about it has. I'm not saying etiquette as in, pardon me, here you go. I'm talking about
here's New York City etiquette for you right there, buddy.
Yes, and if you don't follow that, you will not survive. Plain and simple.
City etiquette for you. My middle finger.
Yeah. So good luck, Waymo. Ain't gonna happen. All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.